What's up, guys? Talil here's with my awesome Zelda Triforce sweatshirt that I haven't worn in like forever. So here is my new revised X-Saber deck that I just played the other day. I went to locals. It was all right, but the way I ran it that last locals wasn't good. So I made some improvisations. The decks I lost to mainly were like Machina, but the only reason why is because I don't have a Chimera Tech Fortress Dragon, and I'll get that soon, so that'll be no problem. And then the other round I lost to was one an OTKing Blackwing. I had a Ryko face down, and they summoned Sirocco, two Boras, and they had Black Whirlwind, so they searched Kalud out, and he had another Kalud in his hand. So I mean, it's like 8,000 damage piercing to a Ryko. So whatever. So here's my new X-Saber deck, revised from the last one. No Lightsworn, and it's actually quite different. This time I run it just like a cat, seeing as that's a very popular deck type now. So people have Flamebell Cats, Chaos Cat, regular cat, whatever. Mine is this X-Saber Cat. So let's start off with the monsters. I have 20 monsters. Obviously, 3 X-Saber Airbellums, Beast. That guy's a beast, trust me. 2 Cyber Dragons. This card is awesome. I love it. Because you can do Cyber Dragon, Airbellum, attack over the monster, get a -1 for them with Airbellum effect, and then you can sing for Stardust or something on main phase 2. Then I got 2 Super-Nimble Mega Hamsters. Since I said I'm running it like cat, well, there you go. Cat style it is. Lets you flip down 1800 defense. You know, you need to either sure collude it, or you need to you need a 1900 beater or something like that to get over it. So I like it, and with it you can search out your backfield destroyers, your Rykos, Mel 3. This card is great. Great flip effect. Brings me back to the days of Maneater Bug. And then next is 2 X-Saber Ragiguras. You summon him with 1/1, and you get your Faultroll that you can dump with 1/1, or any X-Saber that you want, like Emmersblade or whatever the case may be. Next is 2 X-Saber Fulhelmknights. 1300. If it was higher, it'd be great, but lets you negate 1 attack once while it's on the field. So if it gets Book of Moon and you flip it back up, you get it. You get the effect again. His second effect is actually not bad, which I will explain why later, which is when it destroys a monster, the defense position monster by battle, you can special summon 1 level 4 X-Saber from your graveyard. I'll explain to that why I really like it and why it's really good with a later card. Next is 2 Faultrolls. 3 is kind of a dead draw, I found. I always find that the biggest problem with X-Sabers is maintaining field presence and staying on the field, because they can easily be run over, they can get smashing ground, whatever. So 2, whenever I always draw into 1, but I never have enough X-Sabers on the field, because somehow I'll always be missing 1 or somehow. So next, because I don't have money, I only have 1 Emmersblade. They're $90 on my store, which is ridiculous. So I pulled this one at a Target. So that's probably the only one I'm going to need. In my opinion, it's the only one you need anyways, because like I said, a lot of field presence is ridiculous, because people can smashing ground, people can fissure. Since smashing ground is now 3, it's kind of like out of the picture to summon with set Saber Hold, because they'll just smash and ground it. So I think just 1 searcher is fine, and then the next one is Giant Rat. Like I said, I don't have money, so two recruiters is good. I think 2 recruiters is fine. Next is a really bomb card, Tragoedia. You have a lot of levels in this deck. You have 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. And 6 with Faultroll, so you can dump them, take pretty much any monster ever. So this card is awesome. I like this. I love this card in this deck. It's so good. MVP, obviously, Rescue Cat lets you open up double Airbellum plays, Ryko Airbellum, for Cataster or Android or whatever the case is. Let's say you have a Fulhelmknight on the field, then you tribute, you get you tribute rescue, you summon Rescue Cat, you tribute, you get Airbellum and Ryko. You sync for a 5-star, whatever Cataster or some monster you don't need, and then after that you can sync with Fulhelmknight and you'll get Stardust. Next is Sangan. Lets you search out pretty much any monster in the deck except for Airbellum, and Cyber Dragon and Faultroll, whatever. You can get Rescue Cat, Fulhelmknight, Emmersblade, Ryko, Hamster, anything you want. Here's the card that I like in combo with Fulhelmknight. 2 Book of Moons. Reason why is because, like I said, X-Sabers have a problem with field presence. So what you do is they'll summon Shura with Black Whirlwind. You Book a Moon. They end their turn. You attack. You kill Shura. You special summon a monster. So this card is awesome. Next is 2 Pot of Avarice. Reason why I don't run Guard Strike. This is why. If I want to run in the style of Synchro Cat, then this is how I do it with pluses. The Guard Strike requires 2 X-Sabers in the graveyard, and with Pot, I'm obviously going to recycle my X-Sabers, so that's why I use Cyber Dragon instead of Guard Strike. Also lets you Chimera Tech Fortress, another 1,000 Chimera Tech. Next is 2 My Bodies. Like I said, field presence, this card's good. It lets you summon, use Rescue Cat, summon your 2 Airbellums, and protects you from getting Bottomless both your Airbellums, which will suck. Next is MVP of the deck. This card is so good, so broken. Every deck is now using it. It's Cold Wave. Cold Wave, you activate it, you synchro, and you get Hunlei. You destroy their 3 dead back rows, which are probably really good. Probably like a Book of Moon, a Bottomless, and Starlight Road or something. Or you don't even have to do Hunlei. You can dump in the field. You can dump, let's say, you can use Bionic and you dump your X-Sabers, and then you can summon Faultroll and get them back by special summoning. It's either how you see it. I've done multiple plays with it. Next to Giant Trunade, this card is very good considering a lot of Starlight Roads out there, so this helps you get out of that situation so you can set up your combos in OTK. Next is 1-for-1, so you can get Ragigura. You can dump your X-Saber, get Ragigura, and bring that same X-Saber back to your hand. 1 Brain Control. 1 Lightning Vortex, because like I said, I think one of the most important things in this new format is field presence. Field presence is something that a lot of good decks don't have a problem with, like Black Wings. They don't have a problem with field presence, considering they have Black Whirlwind. What else doesn't have problems? Gigavise probably doesn't have problems with that. Heavy Storm. Be careful with this. 1 MST. 1 Mind Control. Because you have like 5 tuners. Next is 2 Bottomless Trap Holes. This is a card that's really good in any format. 2 Gottoms E-Calls. This card basically, if you are able to activate it without any problems, you basically win the game. Next is Torrential Tribute, and then Mirror Force, obviously. Don't run that many traps because I don't feel like it's not really necessary. Also, I don't run this because if you guys haven't noticed, anybody who runs this mysteriously has it on their first turn, you know? So, I mean, I'm not going to be that guy who was going to stack and be like, oh, look, Trap Dust You, let me look at your hand and win. So that's part 1 of the, so that's the deck. Part 2 will be extra deck and side deck and some combo explanations. Thank you. Peace.